Hello, Gemini. Welcome to She-ruhz Tarot. Today's read is a spirit-led message, and there are no intentions placed upon the deck for you, and it is meant for anybody that has Gemini anywhere in their chart. It may not necessarily be your personal message. It might be a message for the person sitting next to you that has Gemini, but I truly intend to get this message directed to you and any and all that have Gemini in their chart. But please keep in mind this is a general message the Spirit is providing. So therefore, the message can be very wide instead of focused in on a certain aspect. It can be very open. So please keep all that in mind as well. The message can be in regards to something from the past that Spirit wants you to look at, learn from, and possibly never repeat again. It can be something currently happening to give you some guidance about, or it can be something to come to give you a heads up in regards to, so you can be aware of. If it's in regards to an individual, please keep in mind the message can be directed to you about them and their actions, to them about you and your actions, or both. It can be like a conversation going back and forth. However, we are doing a 3-card drop because these cards are so huge. We can only really fit 3 on here safely. So we're going to do a 3-card drop. So it's highly unlikely you'll have the conversation to where it goes back and forth for you to have to discern that. But it is best for you to discern if the message is regards to them or if it's to you. Apply it where it's appropriate, please, but I do ask you don't try to force any of this message to fit your situation. For all of those that are regular observers here at She-ruhz Tarot, welcome back. And for those of you that are new, welcome to She-ruhz Tarot. May you find me to be a fitting energy for you to return and receive further messages. And thank you one and all for being very patient with me. This has been a rather challenging year. If you're aware of numerology, I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead of myself. If you're aware of numerology, 222 for 2022, twos in numerology stand for making a quick and snap decision. And then you have 222 added together, which makes 6, and that is leaving painful, heart-wrenching things in the past and moving forward to heal. And as I have discussed with many individuals that I know in my own circuit as well as myself, this year has been full of that. So for all of those that are encountering the same difficulties and trials as myself, you're not alone. It's pretty well widespread, and the way the world is running right now, I'm pretty sure everybody, even the rich that has money coming out their ears, are still having a hard time. We'll see what next year brings us, because it is 223, which is 7, and that is standing your ground, not giving in, being very guarded. So we will see what that year brings us. We still have a little bit longer to get through this year. So prayers to one and all. But we are here to get your message. And like I said, it is a spirit-led message. And I have not placed any intentions, as I've been doing for the past several reads, because really I want Spirit to bring forward what they feel is most important for you to receive. And I don't want to hinder that in any shape or form, especially with the way the world is right now. And please also keep in mind, for any and all that receive any spirit messages, whether it be tarot or however you receive these messages, it is completely and forever up to you whether you decide to take in the message or disregard it. So please keep that in mind as well. And if you don't feel comfortable with this message, you don't relate to it, you're sitting back going, this is a bunch of hooey. Please take the time to go observe your other natal chart zodiacs. And I do ask that you allow your intuition to guide you towards those. So whatever you feel most drawn towards, that's a message for you. And if you feel drawn to more than one, then Spirit may have more than one message for you. So I have already shook the cards, and we are now at the point where we're going to allow the cards to fly and see what Spirit has to throw out at the table for you to receive as far as a message goes. So here we go and find out what Spirit wishes for Gemini to receive as far as messages go. Messages for Gemini, please, Spirit. Messages for Gemini, please. These are pretty large cards. As I've told others, I saw these on Real Housewives Tarot, and I fell in love with the cards. So I had to get me a set, and she's the one that led me to these cards. They are Archangel Power Tarot cards, and they are incredible. I just feel a very strong bond with these. Thank you. New beginnings in the recent past. So, started something brand new, whether it be a job, a career, a life, moving to a new home. You had to let go of the past, heal, and move forward, huh? Start fresh and new. It's kind of like a judgment card. You had to make a solid decision and stick with it. Okay. Well, that's quite a few cards, but we're going to have a look and see here. All right, so that's 4 that are down. We normally only do 3. We'll see which ones tie together. All right, bottom of the deck, we have Change Your Life. Again, that's the Tower. Something shocking and surprising just came into your life. Wow, that's not what's been going on in this year, in this day of age now, has it? And 5 of Gabriel, which is the 5 of Wands, is behind that, which is needing to figure out how to make things work, how to work things out. So we'll see which ones, because a lot of times whenever I'm doing a 3-card drop, this is recent past, the center is current situations, and this is what's to come. So we'll see which ones actually go together, because sometimes they throw multiple cards out together for it to, like, these 2 go together, or these 2 go together. So we'll see where it goes here. All right, so let's do a quick review. Then we'll do some clarification of what needs to be clarified, and then we'll head to that guidance of what Spirit wishes for you to receive as far as messages go. I hope you can see that okay. I apologize if the cards are backwards. I have my phone facing the other direction instead of backwards so that I can actually watch what's occurring on the screen for you. So if you're not able to read the cards, I do apologize. Someday I'll be able to get an actual camera to record, but for right now I'm just using my phone. So, here we go. All right, so like I said, in the recent past, you had to make a solid decision and move forward because there was something that has occurred in your life that was an upheaval. We have the 5 of Raphael, which is the 5 of Cups, and there was, some sadness, some regret in there, focusing on some painful history, and that's where that ties in. 3 of Michael. There it is. There was definitely a pain, a heart pain. It was painful. 3 of Michael is the 3 of Swords. Okay, so yeah, it caused, possibly led you to some depression. And then we have the Queen of Raphael, which is what's to come, which is can be referring to an individual, the water element, you yourself, or it can be referring to another individual as well. Very open, and at a point in time, and I'm gathering it's referring to you because that is where I'm receiving all this information, is you personally or the other person, apply where appropriate, will in time, once we can unfocus and heal from this very painful situation, will be able to open up fully and be accepting and giving and share yourself once again and be loving. Okay. So as you can see, it's a rather general message. What it's getting at is that there was something very traumatic that has occurred and you had to make a decision to move on, whether it be moving from another place or, just moving forward from that situation that's occurred and picking yourself up and moving on, right? Bootstraps, picking yourself up. But, it still weighed you down. You were still are held back from that, and it caused a lot of pain. But there will be a time where you'll be able to open up, and you will be able to give and share and be loving and be that open, loving person that you were once again. Wow, that's kind of the scenario for everyone right now, isn't it? Because even myself, this could relate to, but I have the smallest amount of Gemini in my chart. So it can be, yeah, this is pretty widespread. All right, let's get some clarification here. I don't really know what we really need to clarify. We'll go to, it's not really going to fine tune, but we'll give it a shot. Okay, so let's go to change your life. Please clarify change your life for Gemini. Overall energy. Please clarify change your life for Gemini. Overall energy. And again, like I said, that's the Tower. Something very sudden, seemingly destructive. The Emperor. Fire element. I had one to fly out from under me here. There we go. That's how it fell. And it's the Ace of Ariel in reverse. So finances were not so good. We needed to take control of the situation. Or, and for others, this can mean that somebody came into your life that was a very bold individual, very decisive is what I was just told. They are a take control kind of person. Either their finances were corrupt or they corrupted finances. And this can be for another individual, for other circumstances. However, control needed to be taken care of these finances because they plummeted. Or stability. Your stability crashed. Yeah, and you need to put some serious work into it. Eight of Gabriel, which is the Eight of Wands. You need to really put some, elbow grease into it to bring it back. Please clarify new beginnings, recent past for Gemini. Divine guidance. So, the divine guidance is the Hierophant and the other decks that you recognize. So, there was a contract of some form that a decision needed to be made in regards to that, and it needed to be solidified and stuck with. Five of Pentacles is on the bottom of the deck, and we know Five of Ariel, Five of Pentacles. Finances again, not doing so well, feeling like we're put out, put away, unwanted. Definitely needing to get past the insecurities, whether it be finances or relationships. But a new beginning is called out for that. So can we please clarify Five of Raphael, Three of Michael, please? The Magician. Creating something out of this. Needing to create. Definitely needed to put some elbow grease in regards to a partnership so that you can be successful and moving forward to your wish fulfillments. The truth needs to be spoken so new beginnings can come out of it, and a different path needs to be reviewed so that you can be victorious. But it all comes into you being able to create your world, getting past this, getting over this, and creating something new so you can then get to this point but it won't be easy. As you can see, the Eight of Gabriel has popped out several times, which is the Eight of Wands. It's popped out 3 times. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be a challenge. It's going to be difficult. You're going to have to put that work in, but it will be achieved to where you will find happiness and joy and peace, if anything, in yourself, and be able to get past this heartache and this heart pain, because you can also create an ugly world as well. If you stay in this kind of a position, you can create this to become worse, or you can create it to be something good and come out of that to become this. And that is the point of reference, is what I was just told. That's the point of reference. So let's get some guidance for you here and see what Spirit has to say, huh? Guidance for Gemini regarding your message, please. Ah, man. When they keep throwing the cards, it's just frustrating. Oh, look. That's funny. Nurture. It's the Queen of Cups. That's what that is. Nurture is the Queen of Cups here. And it's on its way. It's at the 3 o'clock position. With it being at the 3 o'clock position, you're not quite there yet, but you are on that path. You are making it happen. You are heading towards being what once was. That's what I was just told. What once was. Okay. All right. So it's never easy, but it will be attained. Once again, you just got to put forth that effort and keep working towards it. Reminisce is on the bottom of the deck, which means looking back at things, which is the 5 of Cups. Looking back at things, dwelling on things. Be persistent and move forward. Find good things, find new things. Be wise about it. Don't just jump into things. Don't just jump into anything, but, be wise and use guidance from others that are equivalent as well, so that you can then begin that new beginning and move forward. All right, guys, that is your message. It's not a fun one, but it is a helpful one. With that all being said, let's see about the major arcanas that are down for you. Like I said earlier, you had fire element, which is the Aries up there. Change your life, that's Tower, which is Scorpio. New beginnings, also Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo. So those are the major arcanas that have made an appearance down here. All right, so with all that being said, I look forward to your next message to find out what Spirit has to bring forward to you as far as messages and guidance go. And until then, may this message have helped you, give you some, something to grab a hold of so you can keep pushing forward. And until next time, may all your choices and decisions be blessed.